So one of the main motivation of the Chinese government is that they want to mitigate monetary risk, because when there is low usage of cash, low use of cash, there is a risk of oligopoly, or a risk of bankruptcies by the private platform who provide digital payment methods. So they consider that the better way to avoid that situation is to provide the economy with digital currency which is backed by the central bank. It is also trying to protect its sovereignty by there being a demand for private currency, crypto, by there being a demand for private cryptocurrency, and mainly, let's say, the Western cryptocurrencies, such as Libra, which has been initiated by Facebook. Thirdly, the Chinese government wanted to drive the international of the yuan by improving the possibility and convenience of cross-border payment. When we consider the situation of the Bahamas, the motivation and the environment is a little bit different. The Bahamian CBDC project is called the $1,000, and its prototype has already been initiated in the district of Exuma in December 2019. The Central Bank of the Bahamas plans to expand the project to all islands by the second half of 2020. So, what are the motivations of the Central Bank of Bahamas to move on the CBDC, on the digital cryptocurrency? So, in the Bahamas, they are facing a decrease. They are facing a decrease in the opening of branch of commercial banks in the country, so that some part of the population cannot be served by the fiat currency. So they are considering that if they settle a digital currency, it would be more easy. It would be easier to reach the excluded part of the population which is excluded from the current financial industry. And the other motivation is to reduce the cost, the operational cost for commercial banks, because the Bahamas government has implemented some stricter anti-money laundering measures that are hiring the operational cost of commercial banks. So they are considering that if they substitute the $1,000, if they substitute cash by the $1,000, it will lead to cost saving related to storing and distributing cash. As we have not enough time, we have only considered two countries in the world: China and the Bahamas. Now we will consider the situation in Africa. What could we expect from CBDCs in Africa? So the premise of that technology comes from South Africa and Ghana. South Africa is exploring the possibility of creating a CBDC to be used in South Africa since digital currency are the future of commerce. The South African Reserve Bank has invited banks from private companies to develop the infrastructure necessary for a central bank's digital currency. And also South Africa is engaged in a project which is engaged in the COCA project, which is a project which will facilitate settlement payment through the implementation of blockchain technology. We have also the Ghanaian government, which is interested in cryptocurrency and has decided to establish a fintech and innovation office to foster development in the local industry. But our main concern would be the challenge related to the public health policies in Africa. We know that the health sector, about 80% of Africans rely on public health facilities. But the bureaucratic policies, public sector in Africa is very inefficient and does not succeed to supply the health industry. The last data show us that Africa imports 70% of its pharmaceutical products, while many African governments spend a disproportionate amount of their scarce resources on procuring medicine. So I think that the CBDCs could be a good opportunity to design new health policies in Africa. Why? Because a blockchain environment could help efficiently to manage medical data, to optimize clinical trials, and to fight against counterfeit. Thus, by establishing a CBDC, many African countries could improve the efficacy of stimulus program without relying on traditional trickle-down approach. They could also reduce cost and time for government support to reach people. And when we consider the last pandemic, the COVID, which has shown us that the world is global, there is a need to establish a common health authority in Africa, which could be the base, the foundation of a new financial or economic system in Africa. It should mean that we know that Africa is facing some weakness in the health industry. Why not using the CBDC to establish a coherent health system and to move from that point to build better institutions in Africa, as we are knowing that our current institution has some weakness. Maybe they are some weakness because they are not built to solve current problem. So we can take inspiration from the model of the steel and the coal community in Europe in the 1960s, knowing that the objective will be to fight against global epidemic such as the COVID, which are no longer limited to a single country. So this project could be materialized by a common currency, cryptocurrency, which could be convertible with central bank cryptocurrency, and be compatible with fiat currency still in circulation. So my main idea here is that CBDC could help to foster, to leverage the healthcare protection in Africa. But when we are considering that with what we are witnessing with the COVID, there are some pandemic which are global. We can design an African health system, global pandemic, and by using the CBDC. We know that CBDC is a cryptocurrency which is backed and managed by a central bank. It is fully operated by the central bank. It's a digital asset which is issued on the digital ledger technology. Actually, we have two kinds of CBDC. The wholesale CBDC, which is oriented to institutions like commercial bank, who have a bank account at the central bank. We have also the retail CBDC, which is for the general public. But actually, many pilot programs are oriented toward the retail CBDC, because in emerging countries, you can easily reach people which are excluded from the traditional banking sector. Thanks for your kind attention, and I am open to your remark and question.
Thank you so much, Georges. That was great. We really appreciate your expertise and your input. Thank you. Does anybody have a question for Georges? We just had one saying, Nikhil asking, how do you feel crypto will be suitable for African countries in legal aspects? What are your thoughts there?
So my thought is that, as I was telling in my expose, the best way to implement cryptocurrency is to tackle the pain point of the African environment. In my point of view, you have the health policies, which is not very developed. So, when we are considering how the European Union has built a system through the community of the steel, we can build healthcare protection in Africa by setting up a CBDC who could reach people which are excluded from the traditional financial sector. It could be the background before the expansion, in my sense, before the expansion of CBDC, the other aspects of the economy.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Georges. We really appreciate your input and your talk today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.